In the past days, we've been talking about the incompetence of the Jacob Mafume Harare Council and how they've been dumping sewage water into the drinking water of Lake Chiwero, Manyame, and the like. And we are also looking at a situation where we see them also being found wanting in quite many areas. One wonders really what this council is ever doing right, because it seems like everything else is just in shambles. We have seen Harare failing to have street lights. Only Mnangagwa had to intervene because he wanted to impress the SADC people, and then he had to put on lights. But otherwise, we saw Harare always in darkness, the streets in darkness, roads are potholed, everything. We don't see anything working. Clinics, no medication and the like. Water is not there. And you wonder what really these people are doing. They can't even collect refuse. So what are they doing in those offices? At least there must be some areas of Jacob Mafume's council that are visibly successful, that people can really point to and say, okay, there is a certain area that these guys are really working on. But it seems like it's far from it. Nothing like that is happening. Surely we have seen the condition of the Mbare flats. Does it really have to take the High Court to order Jacob Mafume to renovate the Mbare flats? Just like really. Zimbabwe lawyers for human rights are saying major breakthrough is High Court orders City of Harare to refurbish Mbare flats in landmark judgment. Right? In a landmark ruling, High Court has ordered City of Harare to refurbish hostels and flats in Mbare and spruce them up to make them safe and habitable for residents. That is very, very true. Why should it take the High Court to give such an order when Jacob Mafume and his council, they are seeing that every day and they are collecting revenue from such flats? We have seen those flats where the pipes for the toilets are broken, and you'd find that they are broken from the top there, and somebody will flush from the top, and then the waste will be running down the walls of the building. Just imagine. And this has been going on for a very, very long time, and nobody seemed to be responsible enough to challenge that situation. Surely, why do we have to look at situations in Zimbabwe escalating and spiraling out of control, and then if late, when it is too late, that's when action is taken? So at least there are some people that have seen it fit to take Mafume to court so that he can fix that, because he's exposing the lives of ordinary people into serious danger. While they are collecting rates, they are collecting revenue every day, every month, but they don't want to refurbish these places. And it's not only that, even the issues of the pipes that are leaking and causing sewage to enter the Lake Chiweros and the like. People must take Mafume to court. These guys, they do have the money. They are using money for foolish things. You still remember the other time we were talking about the meetings that were done by councillors, where they were doing they would hire expensive places to do meetings, and they were charging, each councillor was leaving every meeting with more than 20,000 US dollars. Just imagine. So issues like these are the cases that we are looking into, that money is there, but money is not being put to proper use. And I think it would now need to take the courts to begin to force these people to do that. Because what we are looking at is a deliberate effort by these municipalities and councils to just ignore and want to behave like ZANU-PF. So I don't know, really. We've started to see some changes during the time of Ian Marconi, and before he went even far, he was removed. ZANU-PF style, Songs of Shabang being used, and then we saw Bana Jacob Mafume coming into play, and people thought that, okay, maybe they are still opposition, but they are far from being opposition. People like Jacob Mafume, they've come out clearly, openly, that they are ZANU-PF. We've seen them going to the School of Ideology. What else would you think about somebody who went to the School of Ideology to learn an ideology of a party that you you oppose a party that you want out of power. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense at all. So this is what it is. It is quite very sad and unfortunate to continue to see life in Harare becoming so unbearable. And yet there are people that are responsible to making life better for the city, for the residents, and they are deciding to ignore that. So we need to just get rid of all these politicians. Like we have always said, that every politician who remained in that Mnangagwa Shabangu parliament or upper house, they must be kicked out of politics. Nobody should ever think of voting people like Wende and people like Karenyi Kore and the like. These people, they've shown the Zimbabwean people who they are. They've shown how they don't care about what is happening to the Zimbabwean people. And they've taught us a lesson. We will demonstrate to them in the near future. Their political career is over. This is why you can hear them now beginning to support Mnangagwa. They know that if Mnangagwa goes on, they are also going to be enjoying some extra years in parliament, knowing that once they are out of parliament, they are never going to come back there ever again. Zimbabwean people are going to teach them a proper lesson for what they've done. They've sold the struggle to the highest bidder. They've sold the struggle to Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF, while we knew that our struggle was actually succeeding. Our struggle was actually, crippling ZANU-PF, but because of massively, and this is sad, and this is really very unfortunate. So this is what is happening in Harare. This is what is happening in the country. Let us continue to pray for Zimbabwe and believe in God for our nation, knowing that our God is with us, our God is in it, and God is definitely going to deliver Zimbabwe out of the doldrums that we find ourselves in. Prayer, 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 my intercessor. Let us believe God, for freedom is coming. The freedom of the people of Zimbabwe is coming, and God is definitely in it. Something is going to happen. Our season for change has come. Let's continue to fight. Let's continue to stand in the gap. Let's continue to believe God for his promises over the nation of Zimbabwe. We are coming out victorious. God bless you. And remember, as always, to subscribe, to like, and to share. And put your comment. We also want to hear what you think. Otherwise, we are going to be meeting tomorrow in the upcoming shows. Remain blessed and shalom.